Steph Curry was fined $50,000 for his mouthpiece toss or throw, however you want to put it. He did not get suspended, and he's saying that he was kind of surprised, and he said it's an expensive mouthpiece toss, but at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about me not doing stupid stuff and losing my cool like that. I think this was fair. You should have been fined more than the initial $25,000 when he first threw his mouthpiece, so $50,000 hopefully goes to a good cause, and maybe he stops throwing it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. But I think I think the league's in a weird spot because they're the most likable team in the league, and they're smarter than everybody, and then they act like petulant children, and the NBA doesn't want to sit stars. And so what do you do? Yeah, I thought...
It's an interesting habit to have.
It is.
Like when you're angry, I'm going to take my mouthpiece out and throw it.
But you know what?
Germs.
It's funny about that.
Gross.
So last night I'm watching the game and my wife says, "Why do baseball players spit?" She goes, "You never see basketball players spit. You don't see baseball." And I said, the reason basketball players don't spit is because of the floor. And the reason the football players don't spit because it would hit your mask and hang down and be phlegm and gross.
And because don't they like
But baseball players don't need to spit. They spit because it's a habit they form in Little League and minor league baseball. When I played baseball...
their big league chew?
Well, I just think but it's funny. They don't have to spit. Why don't NFL guys ever spit? Because if you did, it would hit the mask, hang down, and be gross.
Let's just have no one spit. It's kind of disgusting.
That's what Ann said. She's totally grossed out.
It's disgusting, but I guess the mouthpiece is pretty similar because you're getting your saliva and throwing it. Jordan Bell was in the middle of some controversy for his late-game dunk. It was Golden State against the Dallas Mavericks. It was a blowout. Jordan Bell still bounced the ball off the backboard to himself and then scored, and people thought it was showboating. So LeBron James is now coming to his defense, and here he is. Oh, we do not have the sound. Let me read that to you as well. He said, listen, coach is always telling us to play till the end, play till the final buzzer, but we've also had a code as well in our league that you talk about no showboating. I don't know, man. Listen, we're all men. Stop me from dunking. We're not trying to hurt anybody, trying to play hard until the final buzzer. Would it have been okay if he had laid the ball up? Get mad because he threw it off the glass and caught it? Would he have been mad if he threw off the glass and missed it? There would have been no conversation. So you play until the game is over. Yeah, he threw it off the glass, dunked it. So what? I agree with LeBron James on that.
Yeah. The crowd, by the way, liked it. The announcers liked it. You're asking fans to pay $198, $40 for parking, $38 for food, $6 to $12 to $15 for cocktails, and we're getting worked up because a millionaire athlete was offended because he was down by 25.
Yeah, you're an adult. You're in the NBA. You're getting paid for this game. It's not Little League. You're not playing high school basketball. That's what happens. And a lot of times, the guys playing at the end of the game are not the ones that get a lot of minutes. So, hey, they want to dunk. Enjoy that moment. Go for it.
Totally agree. Nick is our resident Golden State Warrior critic. And so Nick this morning actually, is outraged that Steph Curry throws his mouthpiece at a ref and just got a fine, no suspension. Here was Nick this morning.
Everyone knows I'm Steph Curry. I can do whatever I want. You guys didn't see when I threw my mouthpiece and it hit a fan in the face and the fan apologized to me? You guys didn't see that for 4 years? I've been shimmying up and down courts and no one will lay me out? You didn't see that I'm such a special guy, I get to take out a saliva-covered mouth.
We got the gist.
We got the gist of it, Nick, right. But I will say this about the Warriors. They actually represent their generation very well. They are the ultimate millennial basketball players. And I think Michael Jordan represented his generation, which was smoked cigars, partied late, played hard on and off the court. These guys are sensitive. They're more socially aware. They can be paralyzed by social media. They're thin-skinned. You ever seen, remember Kevin Durant got all worked up because a newspaper title said he was Mr. Unreliable, and he got completely worked up over it. KD and Steph represent this generation. Go to Twitter. It is unbelievable how easily people are offended. Like, that's what these guys are. They're socially aware. Now, they are more community-oriented. Love that. I think they're pretty smart, progressive-thinking guys. I love that. But I think they are thin-skinned, finesse, little babied, easily offended, self-congratulatory, and So in a weird way, like when I look at Katie and Steph, I'm like, oh, this is exactly who they should be at this place and time. They are representing their millennial age group.
I think that Doug actually summarized this the best, is that he does have so much positive, what did he say, clout almost, that he's built up, that he earns this, not having to be punished as much. Like you said, Boogie Cousins, he does all these things off the court, fights with coaches, so he can't get a pass.
That's part of it, too. Steph has bought so much equity.
Yes, positive equity. Yeah. He has.
Yeah.
That's more than just being a millennial, though, isn't it? Unless
you can
call millennials.
No,
really
I got nothing
That's
against
fine.
millennials. The part I like about millennials is they're not going to stay at a company for 40 years to get a gold watch. They are willing to do things and move. They're looking for experiences. They're community-oriented. They're socially aware. I think they're pretty progressive, smart people. Thin-skinned, paralyzed, offended by everything, little finesse. But I think they represent their generation well.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.